Richie, and I am back from my travels, and Christmas is coming, and so is the big special 2-hour Star Wars launch party. My friends, my ballers, raise your fists into the sky and understand that your bro fist must be high. It's patch 4.3. We've got a brand new game. We've got raiding to be done. We've got the looking for raid dungeons. And boom, we're going to start off with the Blood DK for our 4.3 roundup. Why the hell not? Let's do some tanking. Let's do all sorts of good stuff to make sure we're rocking and rolling. Not much has changed for us on the Blood DK since patch 4.2. If you haven't seen my patch 4.2 guide, click that link up in that corner, baby. I'll tell you all about your talents and stuff. We'll do a quick overview. Mastery is still king, my friends. You want as much mastery as possible. This is Preach, Destroyer's End. He's wearing some decent gear, actually. He's 382 item level of a maximum 394, which is my DPS rocket locking stuff. Killed a few of the Deathwing heroics, got myself some brassers, yeah, but we're generally focused on that mastery, guys. Mastery, 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 mastery coming out of your balls, mastery coming out of your bum, absolute mastery flooding your eyeballs, mastery for life, dog. Pick up your set bonuses, no problem with that on a tank to pick up your set bonuses, but make sure you use a mastery gem in there. As you can see for red sockets, it's a parry mastery. If it's a blue socket, it's mastery stamina. All these good stuff. We want to match our avoidance, and remember, when it comes to your reforging, guys, if that item doesn't have mastery on it, make sure it does. Get rid of stuff like expertise and hit. Expertise and hit is just garbage for tanks. We don't need it. We get instant vengeance these days. Please, tanks, thank the Lord that we no longer have to worry in the first few seconds that we're going to lose aggro. Not going to happen. We're going to get instant vengeance and mass cracker-lacking damage. Yeah! Threat coming out of our balls. Absolutely love it. So, if you've got things like expertise, go ahead and reforge it away. If you've got some hit, get it reforged. Look at that dodge hit ring from our high gel exalted friends. Dodge hit, we like dodge. Dodge is good. We don't particularly like hit. We're going to go ahead and drop that hit and get some mastery on that good stuff. Yummy, yummy. See all the mastery gems in there? Look at that. It's a yellow banana fest. We absolutely love it. Mastery, 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 mastery. Good stuff. Okay, so that's how you're going to gem. You obviously want some plate tanking gear. No need for me to say that. If you can, get some decent mastery trinkets like the Spider Silk Spindle from our Firelands friend Beth Tillack. He's going to give us a sick mastery trinket, yeah. And I'm still mixing that with a TB trinket because quite frankly that trinket is so overpowered it makes my nuts shake. Come on, we love it. Talents still remaining pretty similar, guys. Let's switch over to blood. We've got 3 out of 3 in bladed armor because we get so much armor. We get some lovely attack power from that. Blade barrier, 6% less damage taken as a tank. Glorious. Blood tap, we're going to be using that all the time to get our death runes rocking and rolling. We only need 2 out of 3 scent of blood to get that parry chance. Scarlet Fever, take it anyway, especially if you're doing looking for raid. Just grab it. It's all, you can't go wrong with it. Bone Shield, which is just so good now, really. Let's read Bone Shield. One of the things that did get changed in this patch surrounds you with a barrier of whirling bones. The shield begins with 6 charges. So good, 6 charges. And each damaging attack consumes a charge. While at least 1 charge remains, you take 20% less damage from all sources and deal 2% more damage with attacks. Yeah! Come on, ballers. Hit me with that one time. So good. So we get a longer Bone Shield now. Really good. On a nice 1 minute cooldown. So think of Bone Shield as an effective 20% damage reduction. Similar to a Bark Skin or any of that kind of good stuff. We've now got that on our Bone Shield. So if you've got a big attack coming, go ahead and stick your Bone Shield up. Boss doesn't do many big attacks. Get your Bone Shield up anyway. Nice 6 attacks with 20% damage reduction. Glorious. 1 minute cooldown. Use it all the time, ballers. We still take 3 out of 3 in toughness to get our armor up. We take Abomination's Right because it also increases our strength by 2%. Strength is key. Sanguine Fortitude, or Sanguine, whatever you want to call it. So we get a nice free Icebound Fortitude and we take less damage. Really good. So we get 50% shield wall from that. Take your Bloodworms. Bloodworms are glorious. Over the course of a fight, Bloodworms are healing you for so much, guys. Really good. Pick it up. It sounds stupid because they're only little worms doing little bits of damage. Over the course of a fight, they are healing you for so much. Really good. Improved Blood Presence. Nothing changed there. Still taking Will of the Necropolis and Rune Tap, so we get another 10% of our maximum health. Vampiric Blood Glyphed, so we actually don't gain the maximum health anymore, we actually just take more healing, we can be healed easier, so much better than getting that extra health, guys. Improved Death Strike, because Death Strike is our bread and butter, we love our Death Strike, and its amount healed is increased, yes. Dancing Rune Whip, always glorious. I always like to take some Morbidity, you're going to get there by 3 out of 3 Epidemic and 2 out of 3 in Virulence. Take your morbidity, increase the damage and healing of your death coil by 15%, and increase the death and decay by 30%. Death and decay is always good if you're doing a little bit of AoE tanking. He's always going to be trash and all that good stuff. If you're a pure tank, feel free to come up with a single target build. For our general heroics and looking for raid type stuff, get that morbidity up there. You love me. What are our glyphs? Preacher, we want to know. We've got our glyph of Death Strike, our glyph of Rune Strike, and our glyph of Heart Strike, our main abilities. You have some choice in here. Now what I would do is go ahead, as I just spoke about, is take glyph of AMS. I always like glyph of AMS, just in case you mistime it a little bit. And AMS is such a powerful cooldown, so make sure you hit all that good stuff. I love glyph of Dancing Rune Weapon. A nice 50% threat gen. I like to pop it earlier in the fight. Really get our threat nice and solid so we can relax into focusing on our cooldowns. And some people take glyph of Blood Boil. I personally don't want that. Go away. I want glyph of Vampiric Blood. What does that do? Increase the bonus healing received while your Vampiric Blood is active by an additional 15%. Really glorious. Go ahead and take that. And then everything else is sort of cheesy good stuff. Glyph of Death Grip, not particularly arsed. Glyph of Horn of Winter is okay, but we're generally going to have that buff anyway. And Glyph of Blood Sap, but we always like to fill all our glyph slots up just to make us looking like absolute bosses. What other changes did we get? The best change of all time. Heroes. Bow with me while we respect the change to Outbreak. Outbreak, 1 minute cooldown you say? No way. 30-second cooldown. How long do our diseases last? About 30 seconds. We no longer need to waste our glorious runes on reapplying diseases. We don't need to do that anymore. It is the single best change ever in the history of mankind since warriors could charge in combat. This is brilliant. Absolutely love it. There's loads of diseases going to run out. Our Outbreak's going to be back and ready to rock and roll, and we can just re-disease straight away. So good. Let's jump into heroic. Let's jump into looking for raid actually, and do some demonstration of exactly how we rock and roll. So, thanks for the magic of looking for raid ballers. I can now show you exactly how I like to do things in raids. Oh, we've picked on a Warlord Yon'ozz, the Unsleeping, just to demonstrate how we do things. When we're coming up to the pull beforehand, we want to get our Bone Shield on straight away. Bone Shield is going to just let us get in line, take that 20% less damage for the first few hits, while everything goes super smooth. As you might get in a normal looking for raid, the old ninja pull, just be ready to rock and roll. You've got to be first there all the damn time, ballers. So what about when we're in combat? We've got Bone Shield up, we've got the boss in position. Always looking to get the boss in a great position as a tank so the DPS can do their job. Get it turned around, let the DPS go balls to the wall straight away. First of all, as a Blood DK, you want to be thinking about your runes and how to maximise Death Strike. Death Strike is so damn good. We need to maximise it all the time. The best way of doing this, guys, is to leave one Blood Rune up all the time while we're DPSing away. Leave one Blood Rune always ready to go, and that time when we're Rune Striking, we're using our Runic Empowerment, it's going to proc Death Runes, or at least nice Unholies and Frost Runes, so we can certainly use them to Death Strike. We're never going to get useless Blood Runes, because Heart Strike, let's face it guys, it's balls, it's useless. You'll try and see me keep one Blood Rune always nearly full, and if one's about to cap away, I'll go ahead and get rid of it and get another one regenerating, so we do get that odd Heart Strike. But in general, we want to leave that one Blood Rune up. Also allows us to use some Rune Tap abilities whenever necessary. All that kind of stuff. We've got that ready to roll. Really easy, guys. What else are we thinking about? Well, as a tank, we're always wondering about what the hell am I actually taking damage from? Is it a physical source? Is it magical? Hope to God, as a DK, we've got so many cooldowns that we can absolutely blow our minds with what we're doing, okay? We can absolutely cope with any situation. What you'll find is on Heroic, Yon'ozz the Unsleeping is best tank by what? Blood DK. That's right, Blood DKs are so incredibly overpowered for it, guys, that we are the #1 choice of tanks for that fight because of our cooldowns. So if we're going to take some big, heavy physical damage and we're going to be struggling to get healed, we can throw out a Dancing Rune Weapon. If we're going to take some just very intense damage, a Vampiric Blood mixed with other things, an Anti-Magic Shell, I wouldn't really mix an Anti-Magic Shell with a Vampiric Blood unless it was absolutely necessary. If you're going to take some heavy magical damage, as this boss puts a lovely, long-lasting dot on you, an Anti-Magic Shell is going to serve you absolutely wonderful in that situation, alright guys? Things like that. Just think about your cooldowns and just keep your rotation up. Keep diseases up with 30-second Outbreak, and proc as many Death Strikes as possible for your Blood Shield ballers. Going to let you enjoy the rest of the fight and just watch how it plays out. Peace!